Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to be extracting the card variants into its own component. And let's just open up the terminal here. I'm using Visual Studio Code this time. Let's create a component called card item, a Livewire component specifically. And with this item we're then going to be able to extract all of the HTML into that component. And we also need to render the component here. So let's just say livewire card item, and let's pass through the item here. There we go. So now we have that inside the card item component, inside the model, the livewire class. We're gonna just create a public item so we can access everything inside it. Perfect. All right, so with that done, let's go in with the card item here and then check what it looks like in the browser. Let's go to product/t-shirt. All right, and let's add in an item here. Just make sure we need to wait a second while this does. We need to do some bug fixing later on as well. So as you can see, the card still looks perfectly normal. It looks like it did before. So if we head in here, we can now go into the item model and you can see everything is as it should be, which is perfect. And yeah, so with that done, we can now head in, maybe also just quickly put in some alt text, which is just going to be the variation title. So let's just say item variation and then get the title in. All right, let's create a remove function now. So just in here, let's say click remove and create a remove function. So to do this, we just gonna go in here and we're gonna say item, this item remove or delete, sorry, to be specific. So with that done, we are now able to essentially head in here and delete the item. So we just got a small error here. So what we just need to do is we need to go into the card manager. We don't actually need a remove function in there, so we will leave that out. And then we will just head into our item model here, and in here we just want to be able to save this and remove it inside the card interface. So refreshing that, click remove, refresh, and the item is removed, which is perfect. So with that done, let's go ahead in again and add in another one just to see that it works. Just gonna go in and check that it works fully, and we also need to make sure we have the key inside the item we're rendering. So by using card updater, we can then dispatch a listener, which will then be passed on to a different component and being picked up there. Then we can essentially refresh the page to make it look more dynamic. So if we head down to our terminal and let's create a card component for Livewire. So with that done, let's head back into our card.php and the PHP file. Sorry, let's get that into the card component now inside the live one here. We're also going to import it. So if you just go in here and say card inside here, we can then pass in all of the relevant code. We will then need to be going into our component here and pass in the relevant items as well. So we'll just pass in items. And to do this, we can essentially use card, get card items, and just use items in here instead. And with that use now inside our card livewire component, let's just make a public items. And with that done now, let's make sure that we are also passing all of this through correctly. So in here, we just need to head back in to our card.base PHP, just revert it. There we go. And now if we click delete, it will delete. It's still working as it did. We can now go in and re-add the function, add the item here. And if we then head back into our code editor, we can now go into the component here, and instead of using card update, let's just say card.updated. And then we can listen for the change in here. And with that, we can then refresh it and make it significantly more dynamic. So with that said, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.